All right, everyone. Welcome to tonight's iProNetwork Wednesday night update webinar. My name is Mario Delgadillo, one of the leaders here with the company. Just very excited and blessed for you all to be here this evening. As many of you know, we have some very exciting things happening within the iProNetwork at this time. Many products, new updates, things that are all coming out to help you go out and build a stronger and better business for you and your family. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce one of our key leaders, our Vice President of Business Development here with the iProNetwork. Many of you know him. Some of you have an opportunity to work with him on a daily basis and are extremely blessed to do so. Mr. Sal Leto. Sal, are you there, sir?
Hey, I sure am, Mario. Can you hear me, sir?
I can, loud and clear.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for getting this thing kicked off, and want to say welcome to everybody. February 7th already, 2018. This year is not slowing down. I can't believe we're already over 5 weeks into the new year. Let's go ahead and get this kicked off here. I'm going to try to be right to the point and not go too long, but we do have some really important specifics that we need to cover. So first of all, there are videos and replicated websites that are being translated right now. Some of you might have gotten the message yesterday to check out the Spanish video that was on myipnhq.com. It's similar to the link of the English one, but there's an ES inside the actual link, which signals the website to display everything in an original Spanish language, as well as the video has a Spanish voiceover, as well as all the on-screen text for the video is also in Spanish. Now, just so you guys know, this company is really preparing to go global in a big way. They're almost completely done with the integration of One Fashion Global. And as many of you heard, that company was bringing in 50,000 active members, and then they coupled up with several other companies, and it's going to be an integration of about 200,000 new active members in the company from all around the world. So the company has been working very hard behind the scenes to prepare for a global integration. As you can see some of the flags on your screen, they're doing all the videos as well as your replicated links that you use to share the opportunity with people. That has the e-learning products video, as well as the e-trader video, as well as the intro video that goes over the Pro Rewards app, along with the e-learning products and e-trader all in one video. There's several different videos that are connected to your replicated link. All of those are going to be able to be translated in a high quality and original translation. So like I said, some of you may have already seen the Spanish version of the e-trader. That's just the very beginning. All the videos have been done in Spanish as well as Chinese. Chinese is 100% done. Italian is almost being done. There's actually two different dialects of Portuguese. One is for Brazil, and one is for actually Portugal, and then also Korean. Now, this is what's really special about this. Is iProNetwork is not going to make any of these foreign countries feel like second-class citizens when it comes to providing tools and videos for marketing the business, right? I've seen a lot of companies when they start to expand globally, they don't translate anything. They leave everything in English. Sometimes you'll see, they'll add like subtitles to a video, and then the reps in that country have to sift through the subtitles and create their own materials and training. But iProNetwork is actually doing everything for them by having an original translation on every video. So that means if you're watching a Chinese video, you're going to actually be listening to someone speaking Mandarin. All of the on-screen text, all of the graphics are original. They're going to be in Mandarin. The same goes for Italian and Portuguese. So the company is investing heavily into these marketing materials and resources to make everyone feel proud about the expansion globally. It really just shows that the company cares about every single territory that they're going into. It's also very, very compliant, because there's a philosophy that this company believes, and that is if they provide you with the tools to share, then it doesn't leave any room for you to guess. You don't have to make up your own method of marketing the business. You don't have to create your own materials and take a risk of being out of compliance by making any misrepresentations that violate the terms and conditions. And so that's why they're creating the tools for you, so that it's a seamless growth, even as we expand globally into cross-border territories, having all of the tools and the websites translated. So pretty soon, you're going to be able to just click on either the languages or the flags on the iProNetwork website, and it'll translate everything. And this isn't Google Translator, okay? Again, there's a big difference, especially when you start getting into some of the Asian dialects. That's something that I'm learning about now, is that there's a style of speaking and a style of writing something depending on what situation you're in. If you're in a formal business situation, or if it's more of a casual, friendly, social environment, that'll determine what type of translation you need for it to be authentic and original. And that's really how detailed iProNetwork is getting in making sure that all of the translations are original and authentic. So there's more coming soon, but as you can see on your screen, Spanish, Korean, Chinese, Brazil, Portugal, and Italian are pretty much getting wrapped up now, and then there's more coming soon. It's obviously based on the real demand. Just so you know, with these 200,000 new active members being added to the company, a large part of that is going to be from those regions. There's tens of thousands of people in Italy that are ready to be a part of iProNetwork, tens of thousands in Portugal, tens of thousands in Brazil, tens of thousands in China, Korea, and then of course all over Central and South America, including Spain, which was a big part of where One Fashion Global was a part of. So that's really exciting. Be on the lookout for that. Now let's talk about the e-trader. That's been probably the most relevant topic of conversation that I've seen out there in the field, and I want to give you a solid update on that. So as you know, the Impact Leadership Council members each had an opportunity to select 8 new customers to be onboarded, right? And the kind of the criteria for selecting who got to be first on testing out the e-trader and learning and being trained on how to use it was determined by people who have the largest teams, because obviously they have the greatest responsibility in training the most amount of people, right? So we're trying to equip the right people first. Now, of course, there were some disqualifiers. If someone didn't have a verified Bittrex account, then they weren't being added to that group, because that's one of the first things that you need to start utilizing the e-trader. Now, just so you know, a lot of them have already been well versed and trained on the e-trader. I've been seeing on social media, as well as in some chat groups, some very compliant sharing of people's results. And it's very interesting, you know, to see where the cryptocurrency market's at, you know, in such a volatile stage, and to see how the e-trader performs, right? And so it's very important that as you share this with your team, because this is about to open up, as you share it with your team, you must always disclose risk, right? There's always an inherent risk, and use risk and legal disclaimers when promoting the e-trader. Now, next week, okay, the company's gonna have a limited sale where they're going to allow 300 new customers to make a purchase for the e-trader. Now, that's gonna be based on a first come, first serve. So this is very important, because this is the first time where it's not going to be a manual, you know, one-by-one selection. Okay, they're going to actually open it up and allow people based on first come, first serve to make a purchase. Now, in all fairness, just to be fair, right, an announcement will be made ahead of time to give everyone a heads up that the sales will become available for the e-trader, so you'll have time to prepare. But it is going to be limited to only 300 e-traders. All right, so first come, first serve. That means there's no guarantee that you're going to be one of those 300, right? It depends on when that announcement is made, letting you know when the sale becomes available, that you hurry up and make your purchase, really, if you want to be one of the 300. Obviously, with the amount of people in this company, the amount of customers, and as well as these other companies being merged into IPN, the demand is far greater than that, right? So this will be the first open sale group, and an announcement will be made on that. Now, let's look at a simple and clean, easy to use example on how to speak, or what type of legal or risk disclaimer to use when promoting the e-trader. So here's a perfect example. If you go to myipnhq.com/eTrader, right? That's the link that has the English video for the e-trader. If you scroll down to the bottom of that page, then you'll see this portion of the page, which I took a snapshot of, and you can see it on your screen, right? It says leverage historical trade data, and it says choose your personal account settings and let the new e-trader start trading smarter for you. Okay, set your own trade limits, choose your level of risk, and grow your Bitcoin balance, right? And then it's accompanied by a very great legal disclaimer and a risk disclaimer. Now this is what's cool. In all my years of being in this industry, this is the first time that I am seeing a company launch a product like this. Slowly but surely, thoroughly, making sure that there's training that's adequate for new customers that are coming on board, and emphasizing compliance and disclaimers. I'm extremely grateful, guys, because our industry is filled with so many false promises and so much hype that most of the time companies set people up for disappointment. Okay, and I'm not stereotyping. I say that even just from my own experience, right? I've been set up for disappointment so many times, where things have been overpromised and then a huge under delivery. And I'm so grateful that this company is doing it the opposite, and that they're emphasizing the risks, and they're setting the proper expectations. You know what that creates? That creates happy customers. It also attracts the right type of people to the products, right? People that understand the inherent risks involved in cryptocurrency trading, and allowing a software to make trade decisions for them. So you, as a seller of this product, or if you refer people to the product, if you follow these steps and these guidelines, you're going to have a much more successful experience with the company, because you're not going to have people calling you upset that you sold them a lie, or that you hyped something up, or you set unrealistic expectations, right? You're going to be able to stand behind the fact that you were compliant and that you shared risks, so that if there ever is a risky condition in the market, they were informed and warned ahead of time. That's the way, guys, to build a long-term business. And that's the guidelines. Those are the standards that iProNetwork sets out to set and achieve for you guys. So just get ready for next week's announcement when that opens up, and just make sure as you're informing people about it, you're doing so in a compliant manner. Okay. Now, Las Vegas is fast approaching. Those of you that were in Costa Mesa, those of you that were in Nashville, Tennessee last year, you guys seen the type of caliber of events that this company puts on. They're second to none. And it's definitely an event that I will never want to miss. I've already been told that coming up here at the end of May, early June, that Las Vegas is going to blow away Costa Mesa and Nashville. They're going to take it up even another level. So obviously you want to get as many people on your team to that event. It's the link to register for the hotel to reserve your room. It's in your back office. If you go under the events tab, you can see on your screen up at the top, I have the events tab circled on where it's located. And then if you go over to the month of May on your calendar, just scroll, you'll see May 31st through June 3rd, you'll see the Thrive iProNetwork event is there. If you click on that, then it brings up the link that you copy and paste into your browser to go to the registration page with the hotel to reserve yourself a room. So it's in your back office now. Last week I shared with you this really long link, and it was probably difficult to find it and be able to retrace it, but now it's in your back office. So spread the word to your team. Also know that the event tickets will go on sale really soon. So this link is to reserve your room at the hotel, since there's a limited room block with discounted pricing, right? Obviously, you want to get the best price for the room that's available, and so that's why the hotel has already been made available to register right away. The actual tickets for the event will go on sale very soon, okay? And the company is going to present a tiered pricing where they're going to start out probably for the first 30 days with a nice discount on early registration. And then as time goes on, those ticket prices will become more expensive, okay? And what that's for, it's to push people to register as early as possible so that the company has an appropriate or accurate head count on how many people will be attending the event so they can plan accordingly, all right? So you definitely want to take advantage of discounted pricing whenever that becomes available. Tickets will go on sale soon. Now, this is what's cool too, is that when the tickets go on sale, you'll have your very own link that you can share for other people to register for the event through your link. Now, this is not connected to the network tree or the genealogy. It has nothing to do with genealogy. What it is there's going to be a special promotion for people that are getting other people to click on their link and register for the event. So if you're promoting the event and you're helping to advertise the sale of tickets to this event, then you're going to win special prizes. There's going to be rewards for those people, okay? So it will be possible for people that you did not personally sponsor, that they'll be able to register through your link and actually purchase a ticket, right? And again, it doesn't affect the genealogy at all, but it just shows that you're being proactive, and you'll be specially rewarded for sharing that link for ticket sales. So that's really, really cool. There's a strong incentive for sharing this right away. It's going to be a very organized event. Everything's going to be done early. And obviously, it's already always top notch. It's going to be a very, very successful event. Now, the promotion that started November 1st, it's called the Holiday Run promo. That was extended until the end of February, okay, the last we heard. We're looking for an update in our back office coming soon, where we're going to have a visual that shows us exactly where we stand in the promotion, okay? And I'm not going to go over all the rules again. We've gone over them many, many times on these update webinars. I'll probably cover it next week, but just know that you'll be able to track that in your back office according to the rules on how the bonus pays out, how it cycles out, and what you've done so far to meet those qualifications, right? And for those of you that have big teams and you're actively working with your leaders, you really want to use that page. As soon as it becomes available in your back office, you want to use it to your advantage by setting the goal for everyone who's already made progress to qualifying for the promotion to push to complete their progress and actually achieve the requirements to be a participant in the Holiday Run winners. I have already had the privilege to look at some of the reports, and it's mind-blowing, really. Like, so many people have qualified, and some people have really knocked it out of the park and qualified several times. And we're gonna go out of our way to recognize those people. Just tremendous bonuses here at the beginning of the year, right? That's what it's about, right? It's about paying the bills. It's about being a high achiever and earning high bonuses, doing the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, the elbow grease to go out there, take advantage of an extra money promotion. And all that's going to do is add to the other bonuses that are already on the compensation plan. Now, let's talk about the Pro Rewards rebate for next week. That has been set to 4 cents. Okay, so you want to spread the word on that. 4 cents is the Pro Rewards rebate for the next week. That starts tomorrow at 12:01 a.m., which is in about 5 hours Pacific Standard Time. And that'll be good until next Wednesday, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, midnight Pacific Standard Time. Okay, and remember that the rewards are valued on an average of the weekly pro currency fair market price. Okay, so understand that pro rewards are not the same thing as pro currency, right? We've addressed that. They're two completely separate things. There's a correlation in fair value though, and sometimes the pro rewards that are the incentive attached to your educational packages when you purchase the software and the tools and the trainings to build your e-commerce businesses, right? You get pro rewards with that. Now, sometimes those rewards will be valued higher than pro currency, and sometimes they'll be valued less than pro currency, right? And understand that that's the fair way to do it. That's the kind of the model that our legal counsel has instructed iProNetwork to follow in doing something compliantly and with fairness, right? So you got to understand that, because I receive questions sometimes of people asking about that correlation, or sometimes, for example, last week the pro rewards price was I believe like a 7.25 or 6.25. I don't even remember what it was, but it was higher than what pro currency was actually valued at, and that's fair, okay? Because it's always just based on an average, right? It's not an identical thing. Because they're two separate things altogether. And also make sure you're training your team on the schedule for making their weekly request if they're choosing to withdraw their pro rewards and then redeem those instead for pro currency, and then that gets transferred to their pro wallet. Make sure they know the schedule, okay? Because information can help us avoid frustration, right? Information can help people avoid frustration, right? People just being informed. The cutoff is on Saturday every week. That means I have, for example, this week, I have until this Saturday to make my request if I'm choosing to redeem my pro rewards for pro currency, right? Make that conversion and redeem that, and then make that withdrawal. I have until Saturday. Now, it's not gonna happen until the following Wednesday or Thursday, right? So even though I do it today, it's not gonna be accounted for until Saturday, and it's not gonna process until next Wednesday/Thursday. So that's important, because if someone did it, let's say 2 days ago, right? They did it on Monday, on February 5th. It's still not going to be accounted for until Saturday, and it's still not going to process until next Wednesday, Thursday. And that, again, that's important, because if someone says, gosh, it's been over a week, it's been a week and a half, I've been waiting, what's going on? Is this delayed? Remind them, just ask them when they made their request, and then look at the calendar with them and train them where you go forward to the next Saturday and tell them that's when it's accounted for, and then the following Wednesday or Thursday is when it processes, right? So just, the point is if someone doesn't want to feel like they're waiting for any real length of time, then just make the request on Saturday or Friday, and then it's literally a few days later that the process takes place. But if you do it on the first day of the week, then it's going to seem like it's like 10 or 12 days out, but that's because it's not accounted for till the end of the week. So again, that's important. Everything is on a very set and consistent schedule, but we got to train our teams on that so that they don't think that there's some type of delay, right? So very, very important. And with that being said, that's what I have for you tonight regarding the e-trader and Las Vegas, the integration of all of these new active members around the globe, as well as all of the translations of videos and web pages. This company is geared to explode this year all over the globe, and I'm very, very proud of so many leaders that have stepped up to the plate. I'll give you a hint. Keep an eye out for Africa. There's some huge things planned for Kenya and Nigeria and Ghana. Africa is going to be a very, very strong market on the map. And so if you're in a territory, if you're in a city or a market that has not yet really exploded with iProNetwork, I would encourage you to be proactive as a leader and start getting trained on how to expand your own market. Because if you don't do it, someone else will. There's already people trying to take over the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, literally Australia, Africa, Europe, Asia. It's getting crazy. The growth is phenomenal. And you have a chance right now to be an early adopter, to be a first mover, and still have a chance to own your market, right? That's what it's about. It's about moving fast and moving early so that you leverage the ongoing momentum and natural growth that's going to take place over the next 12 to 24 months, guys. That's what network marketing is about. So get out there and go after it and use the tools, resources, and training to help you along the way. God bless you guys. I'll hear from you next Wednesday on our next update webinar. Have a great rest of the week. Make sure you get this information out to your teams.